those who determine their own fate.
We got a deal!
We celebrate entrepreneurs.
I want y'all to think. Who's next?
This is Shark Tank. And tonight, Alex Rodriguez joins the tank.
Here's the problem with a lot of young entrepreneurs. As it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, it gets a lot more challenging.
This baseball legend is also a business heavy hitter with over 20 years of experience in entrepreneurship and investing.
What is your competitive advantage? Why do I want to invest in your business?
Like, we don't let any excuse get in our way.
Because I'm scared right now, but I'm fighting it to be here in front of you all.
What do you have in sales this year?
$100,000.
Ouch. At some point, you gotta have sales.
You need sizzle.
A deal with me will not stink. I think you're a perfectionist.
Perfection is the enemy of profitability.
I'll give you the $500,000.
Wow. Shark.
Ooh. Whose house is it? Mark's house.
First into the tank is a high-tech solution to yucky pee pads for your pet.
Hi, Sharks. My name is Alan Cook. I'm from Chicago, and my business is Brilliant Pad. I'm seeking $500,000 in exchange for a 5% equity stake in our company. The pet industry is huge, yet it's little dogs under 25 pounds that are the biggest and fastest growing segment of the dog population. And Sharks, do you know what every small dog has in common?
Poo-poo. Pee-pee.
They do. Small dogs have small bladders and soil billions of potty pads every year. And if you've ever handled a soiled pad, you know they are disgusting. We may love our little friends, but we hate the mess they leave behind. And that's why we created Brilliant Pad. Brilliant Pad automatically replaces a dirty pad with a clean, fresh one, so you never have to handle a stinky soiled pad ever again. As you can see, Brilliant Pad handles number 1 and number 2. Then it wraps and seals the waste so your home is clean and odor-free. Each roll is equivalent to 27 pads, so you can leave this alone for days, even weeks at a time. Then when the roll is used up, simply remove and replace. And the best part is, your hands stay clean the entire time. Sharks, with your investment and your help, we can grow sales big and fast. So who's going to join me to make dirty pads a thing of the past?
That's interesting. Can we see that working?
So the machine will advance the pad automatically according to an adjustable timer, which you can set to advance 1, 2, or 3 times a day. Or you can advance the pad anytime at the touch of a button. We can see how the machine takes in the solids, and it'll wrap up the liquids, and everything dirty is sealed inside, while the outside stays clean and dry.
Turd tube that's sitting with the first turd a month ago.
Yep.
Wouldn't that have an odor?
Well, you would expect it to smell.
I certainly would.
I thought you might want to see one.
A used turd tube.
So this was loaded up several weeks ago before I left Chicago.
Really?
There are 27 helpings of leftovers in this roll.
Please bring the turd tube to me.
All right,
You would expect the leftovers to be horribly stinky after just a couple of days. Oh my gosh.
How does it sound?
Bordeaux, 1982. You know, this is pretty good.
Oh my gosh. Alan, can you give me a little bit of your background? Certainly. I made my way into the pet industry by accident over 15 years ago. It was the fault of a former girlfriend because she came with cats who used a litter box. And I cleaned a stinky litter box, and I thought it was disgusting. And I thought to myself, we can put people on the moon. I wish this thing would clean itself. So I ended up creating the scoop-free automatic self-cleaning litter box. We turned an idea.
That was yours?
Yes.
Wow.
That gives you total street cred on this deal. You've done it before.
Exactly.
What do you have in sales this year?
We just started production.
Okay.
We ran an Indiegogo campaign earlier this spring. We sold approximately $100,000 in 30 days. At the average price point was $125.
When do you expect to deliver?
So we are in production. We expect shipments to be in customers' hands in 6 weeks.
What's your cost?
So our cost of goods on the machine is $54.
Okay.
The retail price is $149. And then for making
so it's $149 for the unit. How much for the rolls?
The rolls on subscription as little as $19.99 delivered.
When I went to business school, my summer job was with Nabisco Brands to launch the first 10 times more absorbent kitty litter that had ever come on the market. It was a premium product.
Yeah.
I thought it would never work. And I learned something extraordinary. People love their pets.
Yes.
And they want their experiences in terms of excrement to be pleasant for their animals. And listen, the people paid a fortune for it. It was a huge success. It was my first
what
big
year did
marketing
you do
gig.
that?
But my point is, I have experience in this market. I believe that
experience in
people
every
really
single thing,
take
so
care of their
it
pets. So I'm going to make you an
amazes
offer,
me.
okay? You want me to pay $10 million valuation, basically, right?
Yep.
Not loving it, not feeling the love at that
I hear ya.
valuation. But I'll give you the $500,000 as debt.
Okay.
Of course, okay? And I'll take 10% equity. And, I'll squat on it and promote it.
This is Kevin's version of the squatty potty.
What would be the repayment
What is the
terms on
interest
that?
rate?
Interest at 11%.
Wow, shark.
I don't even know if your ask is reasonable, quite honestly, because it's kind of like we have to have a tremendous amount of faith that you're going to deliver the kinds of sales you're dreaming about. You know? For me, it's a little too high risk, so I'm out. Yeah.
Yeah, so Alan, first of all, very impressive pedigree. And I think you have something very impressive here. For me, I don't see my brand really moving the dog poop market, for example. But I don't know. I don't know. And for that reason, I'm out. I don't know, Alex.
I have the only viable offer out, and 2 sharks have just dropped out. And what's happening here is you're losing leverage. Every time another shark drops
Hey,
out,
Kevin, let me help
I
you
can't
here.
help the greed come back.
Alan, Kevin and I look at valuations differently.
Yep.
I look at valuations as an opportunity, but I also have to look at it on return.
Sure.
Right? In order to make back $500,000 with only 5% equity, you have to generate $10 million in after-tax profits. That's difficult, right? That's a big, big hit. While I think it's a nice business, I don't think it's that big a business.
Yep.
And so for those reasons, I'm out.
Ooh. Alan, I'm not feeling the love. Because the risk is if Lori drops out,
Well, I'm not dropping out.
Three sharks are out. Alan has an offer on the table from Kevin for his self-cleaning pee pad business, Brilliant Pad. But Lori also seems interested.
the risk is if Lori drops out,
I'm not dropping out.
what is your
So-
offer?
I'll give you the 500,000. I would like to get back $5 per unit on everyone sold until I hit the 500,000. And then I will do it for 8%.
Okay.
Lori, why are we fighting like cats and dogs? Why don't you simply join my deal for $250? We ask him for 10%. We do straight debt, and he pays us the interest and the principal back, and he's got 2 sharks. It's a great deal.
It would be a better deal with 5%.
But I'm not sure I want to do a deal with anybody.
So now you've really got a tough decision because basically one is a royalty-based loan,
Yep.
and the other is a straight debt deal. You pay back in traditional manner.
I'm
Yep.
changing my offer. So I'm going to give you the 500,000, and I like $5 a unit on everyone sold. And I will help you blow this up on QVC, maybe infomercial. You know, that's what I do, and I can really blow things up fast. My Simply Fit board, we did 150 million in sales in less than a year. So 500,000, $5 back per unit until I get back my $500,000, and then 5%.
Wow.
I just lowered mine.
Aha.
That's interesting.
And Bed Bath & Beyond is my very strong partner, as is Walmart and every other store.
You want to get into Bed Bath & Beyond, you want Walmart, you want Target. We've all done that.
It's
We've been
not
around
the
for 9
same.
years.
It's all about demonstration.
What I'm trying to do is manage my cash through the early part of launch. That's the piece I'm sensitive to. So I would want to either lower the royalty and spread it out over a longer period of time or kind of defer it. So I would have an interest keeping it at the $500,000 at $250 per unit until you're paid back. But then I think the thing I need beyond that is when we start selling in other channels, we're going to have a need that goes well beyond $500,000. So if you can follow that up with a facility for $1 million or more,
I don't have the problem in funding. So if you get the purchase orders, I'm happy to help finance the purchase orders because that means we have a firm sale.
Yep.
I don't have any risk there. So I will take that offer,
okay?
but you need to show me you're decisive. That
Kevin,
would-
you're wonderful, but she's from Chicago, so I have to.
Hey.
I have to.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
So,
Congrats. Very smart. Very
Appreciate
smart
it.
product.
Congratulations, Alan.
Thank you. Good luck, Alan.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You can take the turd roll with you.
Yeah, please do.
Thanks, guys.
I pick Lori over Kevin because she relates to our customers. With this deal with Lori, every pet's business is going to be our business.
You should have rolled into my deal because it was a better structure. You were higher up on the balance sheet. You took less risk, and you would have made more money. You don't have the financial creativity. Learn from me, grasshopper. Listen to what I'm doing.
I don't want to learn from something that hangs upside down when
No,
they
no,
sleep.
no.
Lori, all men are brilliant. You know that.
That's right. All men are brilliant.
It's not a
Men
man
are great.
thing. It's just good financial structure. Learn from it. I'm going to invoice you.
In season 8, Bruno, Brandon, and Steven made a deal with Robert Herjavec for their beach towels with a cause, Sand Cloud.
Millennials need a social cause to get behind in order to support you.
Let's see what they're up to now.
Our first year in business, we did only $30,000 in sales. It's only been 4 months since airing on Shark Tank, and we've done $2.7 million. Our mission is to save marine life. We donate 10% of our profits back to our charity partners. Today, we're in Hawaii with one of our marine life partners, the Hawaii Wildlife Fund, and we're here to clean up Kaihu Beach.
Thank you so much, everybody, for helping out today.
I invested in Sand Cloud because they're great entrepreneurs, and secondly, it's the message. They want to give back to the ocean, and they want to save the fishies.
8 million tons of plastic are dumped into our oceans every year.
This beach is a catcher's mitt for the North Pacific Convergence Zone. It makes it one of the most polluted beaches in all of Hawaii.
Look at all
This is
this.
insane.
Man, I can't believe what I'm seeing here today. Such a beautiful location, but there's rope, there's tires, there's plastic, there's tons of garbage on this beach. We're getting to a point that there'll be more plastic in the ocean than there will be fish. And that's sad. It's sad for future generations, but it's also great that we can help in some small way.
We got over 1,600 pounds of trash.
Love my investment in Bruno, Steve, and Brandon. I think not only are we going to make a lot of money, we're going to save a lot of fishes.
We're just 3 friends that came up with an idea on the beach, and now we have a thriving business, and we're changing the world one towel at a time.
Save the fishies!
Next up is a way to always have money on hand for tipping.
Hello, Sharks. We are Hector and Maria. We live in Phoenix, Arizona, both born and raised in Puerto Rico. We are seeking $150,000 for 5% equity in our company, Bravo, transforming the way people get paid for a job well done.
Sharks, have you ever wanted to tip or pay your volley attendant, bartender, or musician, but then you realized you didn't have any cash?
Think about how many times you have been in a similar situation, wanting to tip or pay, but out of cash. In the age of plastic and mobile pay, millions of Americans who depend on cash tips to make a living are losing out more and more. But Bravo is a seamless payment solution that allows you to find and pay anyone. Unlike other mobile payment solutions in the market, with Bravo you don't need to be friends, and you do not exchange any of your personal information. Imagine that Monty Pittman is a street performer and that he depends on those cash tips to make a living, to feed his family.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay, after such a brilliant performance, I want to tip Monty, but I don't have cash on me. However, I always have my phone. So this is where Bravo comes handy because now you can find him by proximity on the app. You search him by name if you don't have him by proximity, enter the amount you want to tip, and at the end of the transaction, you can enter a rating or a comment. It's that simple to tip or pay and to empower a hardworking person like Monty. He has been so generous to perform for us, but he's actually a renowned musician, a singer-songwriter, largely known for being Madonna's guitarist for years, and now a Bravo fan. Woo!
Thank you, Monty.
Bravo to you, Monty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, Sharks, we're open for questions.
Help me with something I just don't understand. How do you get the money into his pocket? I feel like I missed something basic there.
I find him by proximity on my app.
But does he
but how
have
does
to
he get
have
the
the
cash?
app?
He does
For
have to
example, he
have
has
the
to have
app.
a phone.
Yes, it's free to download.
Okay.
It takes seconds to download.
So how do I know that he has Bravo when he's on the street, or I want to tip him anywhere I find him?
We support them with a point-of-sale material that lets people know that they're accepting Bravo. Right now, we penetrated 25% of the service industry in Arizona, ballet attendants, musicians, service professionals. We already dominated Arizona, and we are already seeing more than 1,000
What does
cities
dominating
using
Arizona mean?
Bravo.
How many dollars of tips are you processing a month?
Almost $1 million.
A month?
No, well, in the lifetime of the
In the lifetime of the
But
application.
the way we're scaling this, we go to the service professionals, to the artists, and then they help us grow because they talk to their fan base.
But what
and
about
their
like
customers.
Venmo, right? Why don't you just put a sign that has your PayPal address, has your Venmo address, has Facebook Messenger payment, and just let anybody pick?
Because it's not a secure instrument to connect people that are strangers.
Is there anyone else doing this?
Bravo is a unique product.
How do you make money off of this model?
We charge a 2% convenience fee.
So you take 2% of the tip.
Of the tip?
No,
No.
the
From the
person that
tipper.
pays, for example, if I'm going to tip $10, I pay $10.20. The person receiving receives the whole $10 in the bank account.
Can I hear a little bit about your background?
Well, I come from a small town called Isabela, Puerto Rico, and it's beautiful. And I grew up in a family extremely poor. My mother made $1 an hour. We were 6 at home. But I'm so proud of that because she told us, I qualify for support from the government, but I don't take it because I want my children to earn the money they make. And that got instituted in my heart, and I have earned everything I have in life. I graduated high school at age 16 with a grade point average of 4.0. I went to the University
great.
of Puerto Rico and obtained a bachelor's degree and then a master's degree from the University of Texas at Austin.
Good for you.
And after that, I started my career in Nabisco, marketing and business development, and understanding that you always have to talk to your customer. After that, Bravo, which is the pride of my life. Because my mother used to depend on those tips, I know how much it hurts at home when there's a week of poor tipping.
Marie, can I ask you how you got to a $3 million valuation?
Yes.
You want to hear about me?
I would love to, yes. I'm sorry, Hector, go ahead.
I'm married to her, the CEO. I am a medical doctor. I'm a board-certified gastroenterologist and liver transplant specialist.
Did you leave your job in the medical profession and are doing this full time?
Hector is working as a physician, and he's also the COO for Bravo and my co-founder. I am 100% dedicated to Bravo. And I haven't finished the answer about how we make money. Bravo has data aggregation based on user behavior that is predicted by the machine learning. We have a well-thought strategic plan, and it has 3 pillars.
Could I just leave you 3 pillars for a minute? Because when you start talking like that, I feel I get more confused. You said you want to make it easy to tip or pay. The more I sit here and listen, the less easy it feels to me. That's my read on it. I could imagine you spending endless millions of dollars building this until you get the mass that you really want. I fear how much money this thing is going to take. So for those reasons, I'm out.
As a business, this is very tough. Doing $1 million in gross value sounds amazing, but it's only $20,000 in revenue to you. If you get to $100 million, it's only $2 million revenue to you. That's the supreme challenge. How do you overcome that?
We have 2 routes of monetization. One comes from the transactional fee, and the other one comes from the machine learning. We have data aggregation based on user behavior.
You could use it as a restaurant. You could use it as a musician or ballet attendant, essentially to reach out to your customers, see the behavior, the comments they get, insights into what's happening, where people are, how you're
Predicting who's
performing.
more likely to come back,
that's what Yelp does.
send deals.
But this is really private for you, the merchant, the vendor, to get that data back and understand
Yeah, but,
how
okay,
can
now get
improve
that
it.
to me to a revenue.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
everybody likes data.
When we did the test in the Q1, we were able to charge because of the value to the small merchant.
So Lori walks by the restaurant because you know they have Bravo, and you say, hey, Lori, come into our restaurant, and that restaurant pays you how and how much?
The subscription model is just $5 premium per month. And with only 65 customers that we tested it with, we produced about $15,000 in income for the app. So that is really where the money is at.
And you were able to find, if it was just 1 month test, you were able to find 3,000 restaurants? And that's how you made $15,000?
Yes, we had
first quarter.
in the
Well,
first
that's
quarter.
impressive.
Yeah.
That's impressive. My problem with this deal is it's the Wild West in payment processing. And I think it's going to require a lot more money to figure out what works and what doesn't. I'm out.
It's a real pity because I love you personally.
I love it when you suck up to me. It really helps, I gotta tell you.
So, first of all, incredible story. I mean, where you come from, you really are the American dream. For me, I'm a back-of-the-envelope guy. I want to keep it really simple. If we can't go to dinner, and in the first few minutes in the back of the envelope really explain to me what the business model is, it's confusing. It's just too many moving parts. I wish you luck, but for that reason, I'm out.
And we appreciate your kind words and your example, what you have done for the Hispanic community. And hopefully, when we make it with Bravo, we're going to also be an agent of change and produce more opportunities for minorities. Thank you for what you have done.
Maria, you are one of the most impressive people I've ever seen on the carpet here. I'm your customer completely, and I've talked with Mark. We would like to invest in it together.
Wow. Oh my God, that's a dream come true.
Don't get happy yet.
Don't get happy yet. Here's the offer.
All right.
$150,000 for 15%, but you get both of us.
I'm
Ouch.
I think 15% is quite high for the 150, and I know that you bring a lot of value. So we're gonna counter. We will do 150 for 10%, but we will give each one of you 1% in advisory fees for a total of 12.
What do you think?
If you make it 2% advisory shares each, then I think we do it.
That's a deal.
Nice.
Great. I love your
Congratulations.
vision.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
Gracias. Gracias.
Bye-bye. Don't forget to tip me.
Having two sharks in the Bravo team is a dream come true.
I still need a pinch. Can you pinch me?
Yeah, you awake?
Next into the tank is an easier way to find a pickup game.
How you doing, Sharks? My name is Dante Morris, and I'm Dominic Morris. We're twin brothers out of Oakland, California. Our company is called Hoop Maps. We're seeking $100,000 in exchange for 5% equity in our company. Now, Sharks, how many guys like to stay active? I like to stay active. One of the things I like to do to stay active is play basketball. Pick up basketball, but I always find it difficult to do.
What you mean? You know you can text me.
Man, you know you don't never pick up your phone.
How about you hop in your car and drive to a different park?
I do, but every time I drive to a different park, I'm either just missing a good game or I'm spending my time waiting an hour just hopping to another game. It's the 21st century. It has to be a better way.
Well, there is a better way. And it's called Hoop Maps. Hoop Maps is a mobile app that allows users to find pickup games wherever you're at.
And it's very easy to use. All you do is log into the app, you create a username and a password, and voila, you're in.
Once you're in, it's going to send you to a map screen. It's going to have two icons. Blue icon represents games that hasn't started yet, while the orange icon represents games that's already in progress.
And it's very easy to create a game as well. Just hit the ad screen in the top right corner. Once you create the ad screen, you just put into place the time of the game duration. You can even invite people to the game too. So I can invite Alex, I can invite Mark, and I just hit create, and then you're right there in the game.
Wait, hold up. You didn't add me though.
My bad, man.
The beauty about Hoop Maps, though, it sends all users a push notification within a 25-mile radius. So I see you guys playing, so I'm going to add myself in.
Mark, Alex, you guys want to come down? Get a quick game or two? See what you guys got?
I'm going to pick Alex. I'm a lifelong Yankees fan, so...
Wrong sport. I wish we had a bat.
All right, I know you play ball. Let's go.
You're twins, so which one's mine?
Yeah, I know. I'm done.
I got the short hair, so I'm Dante. So
Check it out. Check me and you. We're playing defense. Okay.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
let's go.
Oh, shot.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, baby. Can you tell who owns the basketball team?
Yeah.
Oh, shot. Game.
Oh, all right.
Oh, again, too.
All right.
Whose house is it? Mark's house.
Yeah.
Guys, what are your sales? How do you make money?
So our revenue model right now is having a premium subscription through our models. We have 50,000 users.
So you have 50,000 using it now, but nobody's a premium payer yet.
Correct.
When are you going to flip that switch to premium?
And that's actually why we're here now. We actually just really released our app, just only in January.
Now, 50,000 users sounds good, right? But you got to be in the same city, otherwise it doesn't really work. So where are most of your users at?
Most of our users right now is in New York City, but the way we launched is 75% of our users is through Google search. So people are typing in pick up basketball. We lead this space.
So if you had 50,000 downloads, or how many people are using it on a daily basis?
So we have 10,000 daily active users.
That's
right
not
now.
bad, guys. That's actually not bad at all.
Who did the
created
coding
your
for
app?
this?
Yes, same question.
So actually, when we thought of this app, we said one of us gonna have to know how to code. So I took 3 months out of the year, learn how to code, and I built the basic framework of this app.
That is awesome.
Man,
Thank you.
That's badass.
We're the type of people that, see something and then, we don't let any excuse get in our way.
Can I ask you how you get into a $2 million valuation?
We're the leader in this space. We have 72% of our natural search come through people looking for our app online. $2 million is a modest valuation.
Even though you have no revenue.
Modest.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it modest.
I wouldn't say it's modest.
Okay. Yeah, that's like Oakland b-ball players. They ain't modest.
Can I
right?
ask you, is this your first business you've launched?
For the past 10 years, been running a recreational baseball league out in Sacramento. So for us to do this pickup app, it's right up our alley.
But what is your competitive advantage? Why do I want to invest in your business?
It's because we know this age demographic of 18 to 25. We know how they play. We know what time they play. We know their habits. We know their spending habits.
Look, I buy your story. You got 10,000 active users. The question mark that's hanging over your head is, what's the conversion rate going to be to the premium service? Because right now you make no money.
Well, let's look at it
What
this
are
way.
you charging for the premium service? What's your intention there?
We're going to charge $8.99 per month or $100 per year.
What do I get for the premium
So
service? I don't
premium
care what the
users, for people that play basketball often, a lot of people, they might want to find more games, we'll provide a better experience for our users that use the app more frequently.
But better in what way?
Meaning you could see different games in the area.
But
You
can't
might
you
find
do
an
that on
unlocked-
your
Be tough, guys.
right now?
That's gonna be tough, right? Because when you need guys to play, you're not gonna say, all right, you're a premium member, come play.
Yeah.
You want bodies. You don't even care if they can play sometimes. I've been pitched pickup location apps a lot. So there are other apps and there's websites where you can go look for games.
But a lot of apps that's out there on the market right now, they try to go into different verticals with different sports. They have
Because it
15
didn't work just with basketball.
Let's say your premium service doesn't work. How are you going to make money with this thing?
through our brands. So we
Advertising?
through advertising. Yes.
Yeah. I think if you could connect a celebrity or some type of name to it, that would really help you. I'm not a super sporty girl, I have to be honest. So I don't think I'm the right partner for you.
Okay.
I hope someone else is.
Okay,
I'm
thank
sorry,
you.
I'm out.
What's missing in the presentation, it's been bothering me since the beginning, is you get as far as to have an actual community and a platform of 10,000 people actively using it. Very cool to get there. But then no indication of monetization. This is just maybe this works, maybe this works. That's what's missing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm out.
The only thing you're really lacking to give your brand traction is publicity.
Yeah.
But it's very hard to invest in a business when you don't see a clear road to the finish line. Because I can't see a way to get my money back, I'm out.
Okay, thank you.
Dominique, Dante, this is the problem. At this point, it's just too small of a business. I wish you guys the best, but I'm out.
All right, thank you.
Look, the bigger question is your revenue model, right? At some point, you got to have sales. The subscription approach is going to be tough. Trying to get $8 a month from somebody who just knows that once they find a game, they're just going to go back to that same place 90% of the time, it's going to be tough. And I don't just want to make an investment and then have to reinvent your business for you. So for those reasons, I'm out.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Guys, before you leave, next time you pitch an investor, tell them how they're going to make money.
Because it's too early for us. And what I would suggest is go out and find the next Steph Curry, the next Kobe Bryant or LeBron James. Go give that person 25% of your business. You need sizzle.
Very good advice.
Thank you.
Good luck, guys. Thanks.
Good luck, guys.
We're going to grind like we always do. We're from Oakland, so we're just going to take that advice that we have from them, and we're just going to make it work. And this time next year, you guys will see Hoop Maps in a way bigger light.
I'm cheering for them. And I got to tell you, when I see diverse CEOs and founders, it really excites me because in Silicon Valley, there's just a huge lack.
Yeah.
Absolutely. A huge lack of women as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Shocking.
Mark, I want a little rematch, but I get the ball first this time?
Come on.
Next into the tank is a solution for a stinky problem.
Hi, Sharks. My name is Krista Woods, and if you stink, it's not my fault. My company's Glove Sticks, and I'm looking for $150,000 for a 10% stake in my business. As a mother of 3 athletic children, I wasted way too much time and money trying to get rid of the odor that was literally living in their sweaty gear. I tried every chemical spray, every wash, every trick, and nothing actually worked. That's when I invented Glove Sticks. They are an easy-to-use odor management solution that is solving the world's stink problem one athlete at a time. My sticks are unique because they address the odor problem 3 ways. The plastic on the outside contains silver ions.
They will quickly inhibit 99.9% of odor-causing bacteria growth in a 24-hour period. On the inside, you have these replaceable inserts. They absorb moisture and deodorize. They work in gloves, shoes, boots, cleats, helmets, knee pads, you name it. You just put the sticks in, and they get the stink out. So what do you say? A deal with me? Definitely will not stink.
Are you going to show us your product?
Yes, absolutely.
Thanks, Krista.
You're welcome.
Can these double as nunchucks?
Thank you so much.
Yes, exactly. Everybody says that. That's why the kids love them. My company has two products. What you're holding there, some of you are holding glove sticks and some of you are holding shoe sticks. The glove sticks have a wrist guard clip that you can hang the gloves on a gear rack if you prefer.
Krista, I spent over 20 years in a major league locker room, and boy, I wish I had these when I played for some of my teammates.
Yes.
Yeah. How does it work exactly?
So the moisture gets trapped inside the gear, and then it has nowhere to go. It breeds odor-causing bacteria. We're talking staph, E. coli, MRSA, mold, mildew. That's what's living in our kids' gear.
So let me ask you a question about that claim. I have a lot of shoes. They're handmade by Italian virgins.
Yes.
They're beautiful.
Or so they say to you.
When I bring them home, each set of shoes has a last form. In other words, they're made out of cedar. I insert them into the shoe to hold them in place while I don't wear that set, and I go on to one of my other 20 pair.
Yes.
I'm a kind of a
Yeah,
Melvin
but you're the
Marcus
only
about
guy on
shoes.
earth that has that.
The reason they're cedar is, true or false, cedar absorbs odor and has for hundreds of years. It's also kills bacteria. Is this better than cedar?
It is better than cedar. Cedar does not actually kill bacteria. It simply absorbs moisture. There are no products that do both. That's why my products work so well, and that's why we're growing at such a rapid pace. And I have a patent on it.
You do?
I just got it 4 days ago. Yes!
So how's that panned out? You said your sales are skyrocketing.
Yep.
Give us the details.
So my sales are $506,000.
Over what period?
A year and a half, but $440,000 in the last year.
And where are you selling them?
So I sell online. I have a website, and I'm also on Amazon. And then I'm about 55% wholesale. It's just me and the company. I have no employees. I also have been on QVC 4 times.
I was going to say, I thought I recognized.
I kind of stalked you in the cafeteria one day.
You got through all the bodyguards?
Yeah, totally.
$150,000 for 10% imputes a $1.5 million value
Yeah.
on an odor stick.
So what we
15
haven't
times.
talked, it's more than an odor stick, but what we haven't talked about is the reoccurring income. So we retail these for $29.99. They come in the package ready to go with the inserts in them. So what you're not realizing is you have to change the inserts.
What does a retail pack cost?
I retail it for $7.95.
Oh, that's expensive.
I'm never going to agree with you on your valuation, okay? Rather than beat you up on it, I'm going to step out.
What you're doing is incredible.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about your background?
I was 18 when I got pregnant. I had to drop out of high school. Ready or not, I was going to be a single mother. So I took on that challenge, despite my fears, and I fought those fears every single day. And when I was 22 years old, I was promoted to a manager in a male-dominated industry.
Good for you.
And at 24 years old, I met the most awesome guy and married him, and we are still married today. We have 2 other children, and I'm not only doing it, I am nailing it. I am nailing it.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Here.
For the last year and a half, people have asked me if I was going to go on Shark Tank. I said, no way. And then a few months ago, I realized it was my fear talking. Because I'm scared right now. But I'm fighting it to be here in front of you all. I know that you all can take my product to the next level. I know I have something unique, original, and I know it's going to sell.
You struck every chord in my body. I come from a single mother. She had 2 jobs. I would see her leaving the house at 7 a.m. and come home at midnight, and sometimes I would wait up at night and count her tip money. So I want to say congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Krista, I want to talk a little bit about how you're going to scale this business.
Yes.
It seems to me that you're a micromanager and you're very connected, which is great. But all great entrepreneurs, at some point, you have to be able to delegate.
Absolutely. That's why I'm here.
To be honest, I wouldn't be here if I wasn't looking for someone that has the expertise to take me to the next level.
Krista, Alex brings up a good point. Why haven't you hired somebody to help you?
So I just started hiring people to help with sales all over the country. I have a few people selling in other states.
You know what I think? I think you're a perfectionist.
I'm not a perfectionist. I just want to do this right. You know, I have my kids sitting at home watching me right now, and I want to do this right.
Krista, look, what you've accomplished is amazing, right? You should be proud of yourself, but it's what you do next that matters.
Yeah.
I have a saying, perfection is the enemy of profitability, right? Perfection is also the enemy of growth. Where you try to hold on so tight, right? I think you're going to have a hard time letting go. I'm out.
Okay.
Krista, I have utmost respect for you and what you've done, but I'm a lot more interested in you than I am in the product. So I personally am out.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
When I first started my business, I didn't take in a whole bunch of people. I had to wear a lot of hats, and I had to play a lot of roles, and I did it all myself.
Of course.
And I did it because I wanted to make sure everything was done right. There's no one else but you who will feel the passion, have that dedication, and make sure things are perfect. And when I hear that, that only makes me like you more. I would like to make you an offer. The part about it that I don't know as much about is the whole sports side with gloves and equipment and all of that. But I do think there's a shark sitting up here, Alex, who knows a lot about that. Can bring
Lori,
to the table.
Really, you're just inviting him in because he's so good looking. Come on, don't force
He's even cuter in person.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alex, are you interested in this deal?
I think that you would be a good partner in us being able to hit both sides of the market, the glove sticks and the shoe sticks. Alex, I'd like to partner with you, $150,000 for 20%, if you're interested in going in with me.
Three sharks are out. Krista is asking for $150,000 for a 10% stake in her odor-eliminating product, Glove Sticks. Lori is interested, but only if she can partner with Alex.
Alex, I'd like to partner with you, $150,000 for 20%, if you're interested in going in with me.
Before I answer that, Lori, I have a few concerns, Chris, that I'd like to get into a little bit here. Here's the problem with a lot of young entrepreneurs. As you scale a business, whether it's back office or administration or deploying capital, as it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, it gets a lot more challenging.
I'm here today because of that reason. I'm very open-minded. I'm here because I know that I've reached the max of my knowledge and how to get me further.
You know what? I like you. Lori, I would do the 20% as long as you're open-minded and let us help you and walk you through this process.
That's why I'm here.
You have an offer.
I do.
$150,000 from Lori and Alex for
Yes.
20%. What are you going to do?
One of the things that I talked to my husband about was my equity. I know I have a huge business here. So I was hoping not to go over 15%. Is there any way the two of you would do the $150,000 for 15%? I have a patent. No one can copy me.
Are you going to take that pushback? What about you, Alex?
You know what? If it's okay with Lori, if you split it, we have a deal.
17.5%.
17.5%, you have a deal.
I would do that.
All right. Come here, Mom. Come here.
You guys do not stink.
I'm a ball player. I stink. So I am your first customer.
Congratulations,
Congratulations.
Bye, partner.
Oh my God, I can't wait to tell everyone.
We're going to have a good time.
Goodness.
Thank you. Everything I've worked for the last 2 years was to be here today, and I got a deal with A-Rod and Lori. It's amazing. It's the most incredible moment of my life, and it's all because I went after my fear, and I looked it in the eye, and I tore it down.
It's Trios Week on Dancing with the Stars, live tomorrow at 8/7 Central. Next time on Shark Tank, billionaire founder of the Virgin Group, Richard Branson, joins the tank.
What I love about Shark Tank is everyday people solving everyday problems.
Now you know how to code.
You're such a geek, Richard.
I enlisted in the military shortly after 9/11. I knew after those events I had to do something.
I'll make you an offer, but I want you to say yes or no right now.
Every time I've got to prove my love, I got $200 for 20%.
What would you offer for 2 or 3 sharks?
Depends on the sharks.
Oh.
What?